Well, guys, hello, welcome. So excited, so glad that you're joining me today. We have a lot of things we're going to be talking about. This is a brand new channel. It is all solely focused on young men in the corporate environment, developing, training, teaching on a lot of the core foundational things you'll want to have in order to succeed and get to the highest level that you wanted to pursue. So again, welcome. I'm so excited for you. We're going to be talking about a lot of things that are foundational, right? We're going to talk about character development, networking, dressing for success, beyond just that, but dressing. Also, we'll be talking about the importance of not burning bridges, a host of things that we'll be going through. But again, I'm so excited you're joining me today. Going through a lot of this content over the last couple months, and I think it's really going to be impactful. These are things that I've been able to amass over the course of 13 years in the corporate environment. A lot of things I've learned, a lot of things I want to share, and just help young guys that I know were just like myself. And so hopefully this is helpful for you. But we'll jump right in here. So first topic I want to talk about today, and this is the thing we'll focus on today, will be the importance of character, right? So to list it out, we'll talk about the importance of character, the value of it, how to get it, how to keep it, and what character will do for you. Okay, so first thing, we want to make sure we define it. Character is who you are when no one's looking, right? Oftentimes in the corporate environment, we have this idea that no one sees what I'm doing. I can bet you that 99% of the time, someone sees, and they already have a pretty good snapshot of who you are and your character, right? So always keep that in mind. Someone is looking, right? And they're not just looking at what you're doing, but they're looking at what's who you are. What's the thing that's on the inside of you that's coming out? Now, what causes you to act in a way that demonstrates commitment to a core set of foundational truths? Okay, so that's really what we're looking at when we talk about commitment. Those core foundational truths. These are neither trendy nor fashionable. Okay, these traits are they demonstrate the essence of what's in an individual. Okay, so again, those internal things that will eventually come out. Now, the value of character, man, the value of character, I can tell you this is what will keep you and will take you throughout your entire course of your career and even beyond that, you as an individual. I believe that your character far outweighs what someone can pay you on a paycheck, right? Now, far too many young men, unfortunately, haven't developed a lot of these things, right? And so I see a lot of young men that are almost tripping over themselves because they haven't developed these core things. Now, I don't fault solely on young men. I know that a lot of young men aren't taught these things, right? And so that teaching element has to be there for young men to be able to develop, to be able to be trained, to be able to then walk into the things that they are able to walk in talent-wise because their character has been able to place them there and they've been able to walk in that fully. Right? So unfortunately within our society, these things have just largely been done away with, right? That transitional point for young men to become men and understand the wholeness of what that means and how you're able to function within a job specifically, right? Because so many things have been redefined. There's no longer that training period for young men, and so a lot of it's been replaced with I can drive a car, I can pursue a woman. I can have money, I can dunk a basketball, etc. You can think of a lot of different things where men are now defining themselves, and you see this play out within the corporate arena. It's all the same because those things will eventually come out. But I'm not immune from this, right? I've had to learn and I've had to go through this whole thing. I came out of a very top tier university, landed my first job, got promoted, but then my character, right? That began to come out, and I wasn't doing the things that I should have been doing, and eventually I was fired. I can tell you because I know that I've developed out of that place, but I was fired. I was let go because there were things that were in me that I was unwilling to deal with. And so I made a decision, and this is what every man has to do, is come to a place of decision. What am I going to do? And so what I did was I moved in with my pastor, and over the course of 3 years I was able to develop a reservoir of character. Now, you might say, okay, well, all right, got it, Kevin, but what does that all mean for me? Okay, well, you have to look at yourself, right? Was there a time period when you actually were in an environment where you are putting in hard work, right? I looked at myself and said, man, do I really know the value of this? And so what I had to begin to do, and this was within the environment that I was in, I had to learn hard work. Now, I didn't have a 9 to 5, but I did have a place where I had to learn to get up early and to go to work. Get up early and hard work. Those two key qualities, getting up early and going to work. And so I made sure that I was up early. Now again, I didn't have the job, but I was watering the garden. I was watering all the shrubs, pulling the weeds. Now this is probably 5:30 in the morning, getting all these things done, but it was day after day after day. And over the course of a time period, something was developed and forged on the inside of me. And so the character was developed so that when I went back into the corporate arena and the door opened for me to go in there, I had a reservoir of character that then began to show to those managers and those supervisors who were able to make decisions. And they could see the change on the inside of me. They could see the things that I had developed and allowed to become a dominant thing on the inside of me. And that's where I encourage you as young men. You may not have that same experience, but you do have the opportunity to make a decision and develop in those specific areas. And so how to get it, specifically what I'm talking about here, character takes a lifetime to develop, but there are opportunities to develop the things that you need right now, where you're at specifically in your role. And so last couple things here, how to keep it, right? You have to guard your character. There's going to be a lot of opportunity over the course of your career where there's going to be opportunities to lie, maybe lie on your numbers, maybe to cheat, to steal, to give. There's a whole range of things, a whole range of opportunities that you will have, right? But there is opportunity that if you have your character, you are able to shine through all these things and be trusted to do more within the environment that you're in. Okay, guys? And so last thing, what character will do for you? Character, I believe, is what will preserve you all your life, right? Despite, now you're going to have different jobs, different roles, all those things, but your character is what will preserve you. And a lot of times that's overlooked. But your character is far more valuable than a lot of these other things. And usually in the end, that's what you want to have. At the end of the day, you want to be able to be known. You want your name to be spoken very well of at the end of the course of your career. Now, all that said, treasure your character and develop your character. Find a mentor, find someone, find an environment where you can begin to train and develop in those specific areas. And if there's something that you lack, it is okay. It is really okay, because that's an opportunity for you to learn and develop. And so, young man, I encourage you, I implore you, recognize these areas and begin to develop in them so that these things will shine in your life going forward. Man, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining me here. Again, stay tuned. We have a lot more things in store that we'll be bringing to you here soon. A lot of things, again, specific to you as a corporate individual, growing and developing in what you are called to do and pursuing in the area that you love and develop in the corporate arena. So again, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.